Join us on a trip to Glacier National Park in northwestern Montana. The park is popular for its iconic mountain scenery and wildlife. In Glacier, you can see grizzlies, black bears, moose, and sometimes even mountain lions. We started our visit strong, spotting this bear soon after entering the park. In fact, the largest remaining population of grizzly bears in the lower 48 is in Glacier National Park. The famous Going to the Sun Road cuts across the park from east to west. It's only open about 2 to 3 months out of the year. That's because snowstorms can happen in any month, so don't be surprised if you encounter snowfall in July or August. If the road looks familiar, it was used in scenes for both the movies The Shining and Forrest Gump. And yes, the glaciers in the park are melting. According to the National Park Service, between 1966 and 2015, every named glacier in the park got smaller, some by more than 80%. In fact, there are so-called ice patch archaeologists who search the retreating edge of glaciers for ancient artifacts and bones. If you want to see fossils for yourself, look for rocks like this on the Highline Trail. These are stromatolites, fossils more than 1 billion years old. These stromatolites were once cyanobacteria, or mats of algae, the kind you can see today in some places along the ocean's shore. So how are these fossils at such high elevations in the park? More than 1 billion years ago, a wide, shallow sea cut through the continent of North America here. The pyramidal Grinnell Point looms over Swift Current Lake. Just to the right of Grinnell Point in the distance is Swift Current Mountain with a fire lookout on top, where I will hike to the following day. Many of the park's more popular hikes begin here in Mini Glacier Valley. I woke up early on the morning of the hike and watched cliff swallows coming in and out of their mud nests under the eaves of the Mini Glacier Hotel. We started hiking the Highline Trail at Logan Pass, and a hungry bighorn sheep delayed everyone's trek until it finally moved a little farther off trail. Our first highlight was the Grinnell Glacier Overlook. This spur trail off the Highline gains about 1,000 feet in about a half a mile, so it's incredibly steep, but your reward is an amazing view. The lakes below are Upper Grinnell, Grinnell, Josephine, and Sherburne. After passing the Granite Park Chalet in the backcountry, we turned onto the Swift Current Pass Trail and soon began our hike up Swift Current Mountain. The trail to the top is 1.2 miles and gains 1,200 feet of elevation. That little box at the top is a fire lookout straddling the Continental Divide. The fire lookout sits at 8,436 feet above sea level and is staffed every summer. We took some pictures and admired the view, but we didn't stay long. There was a storm on the other side of the valley, and we could hear some thunder, and it was starting to rain. Even though we had to endure some rain on the hike back, we were treated to this beautiful rainbow. We passed some hikers who saw a mama grizzly and 3 cubs in the valley below us, but we never spotted them. This 10-hour, 20-plus mile hike was a great way to explore deep inside the park.